Hello, 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 and welcome to Caramel and Coconut Tarot. So, this is going to be a reading for the sun sign of Cancer. All right. So, this is for you, Cancerians. Yep. I've got a big smile on my face because the energy feels good. It feels really good. This is going to be for the week beginning June 5th, which is a Monday, all the way through until June 18th, okay? So I've got 3 cards in front of me that I've just picked. You can clearly see them on the screen. So from left to right, we've got the 3 of Cups. In the middle, we've got the High Priestess. And on the right-hand side, we've got the 2 of Wands. And if you can't remember the names of the cards, just head down into the description and I've labeled all the cards there, okay? I just want you to focus on the images, and if you so choose, you can also close your eyes and just tune into my voice. Clearly, I'm working with my spirit guides and angels, as I've introduced to you before in previous readings if you've been on the channel. But if you don't know, I work with my spirit guides and angels. We blend energies and bring messages through as one. So sometimes there's more of a direct channeling process going on, but I do a bit of a dance. Sometimes I just relay messages that I hear somewhat clairaudiently, let's say, for a simple explanation. All right, but Cancer, I'm going to jump straight into your reading, but please remember this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone, and it's for the sun signs of Cancer. Okay, I may speak pretty quickly at times, and I mean, it can vary, but these days I have been speaking pretty quickly for a lot of the readings because that's just how the energy has been coming through. All right, and at other times it might be a contrast, it might be very, very slow. Right, but I feel there's some speedy energy coming in here because I feel there's a lot to say. Yeah, and also it's to do with time. I can only spend a certain amount of time on each reading simply because there's a lot to be done. I have a lot to do at this moment in time in regards to reading, so for the other signs as well, and editing and all that stuff takes time, okay, alongside other things. But anyway, I'll go straight into your reading. And yes, as I said at the very beginning, Cancer, I'm feeling good vibes for you, generally speaking. I mean, that's, if you look at the left-hand side, the 3 of Cups, it's quite literal, there's celebration. And I feel this is like a repeating energy. What I mean by that is that this card has been coming up a lot in regards to Cancer. And I don't mean on the channel. I just mean in my own personal life when I've kind of been looking into energies for different signs. I've been playing around with some different tarot spreads. And every time I speak of Cancer, this card has come up. So yeah, and I feel it's quite symbolic in that there's something quite prominent in your life at this moment in time, Cancerians, that you're somewhat unsure about, but the universe is trying to give you a hint. It's saying, yes, this is certain. Yes, this is going to happen. Now, please discern, discern as to, what that might relate to, because only you are able to make the decision as to what this might be. So don't blame me, okay, if you make any wrong decisions. But I am seeing that there's something quite prominent on your mind. I mean, there could be many things, but there is one thing in particular that's really prominent, and the universe is kind of giving you the go-ahead. It's saying, look, this is going to happen. This thing is going to happen that you're focusing on. It could be a project, and it could be a person. Yeah, maybe there's a person in your life that you're focused on and you're wondering, is there a connection? Spirit are saying yes. And they're also saying, is there a project that you might be, drawn to do? Spirit are also saying, yes, okay, this is going to happen. And the reason why they're kind of bringing this through is because there's a lot of uncertainty in the atmosphere, let's say, at this moment in time for everyone, actually. There's so much energy of uncertainty. It's pretty crazy at this moment in time, to be honest, but it's also kind of obvious, I'm going to say, because the astrology is really, if you're into astrology, which I am, and it really reflects this uncertain energy because, especially with Pluto making its transit into Aquarius, and now it's in retrograde going back into Capricorn eventually at some point this year. It's doing its dance back and forth because it's getting ready to settle into Aquarius sometime, well, next year, January, okay? And yes, it will dip its foot back in for a couple of months in September, November next year, but it's pretty certain from January, Pluto is going to be, for the next 20 years, pretty much in the sign of Aquarius. So when Pluto shifts, there often is uncertainty. It's no different to 2008 when Pluto was moving into Capricorn. And I know I'm talking astrology, but for those who don't know, that was when the whole housing crisis happened in 2008. There was a whole upheaval of stuff and uncertainty and, around money and all sorts of things. People's lives were really, really affected in this physical manifest world. So there's a lot of that energy playing out now. So I'm not going to say it's playing out the same, but there are a lot of synchronicities, even in my own personal situation, that are happening, okay? But what Spirit are saying is I'm really, really, again, focusing on the Three of Cups, saying that there's, it's Spirit are saying there is some certainty, so don't worry. In certain things that you are focused on, things will come into fruition, and that's why there's a vibe of celebration. Okay, I know that was a very a long-winded way of saying, things are cool, but that's what Spirit are saying. Things are cool, so don't worry, Cancer, because you are warriors. I mean, your ruling sign is your ruling planet is the moon, or your ruling entity, let's say, is the moon, which moves pretty quickly through all the signs on a monthly basis. So yeah, we forgive you, Spirit, and I forgive you for being a bit all over the place sometimes, because that moon is doing a pretty crazy dance in a very short space of time in its orbit. But yeah, I'm actually being drawn, speaking of the moon, I'm being drawn to the High Priestess. Okay, I'm picking up a Piscean energy actually with this card. I really am. It's almost like, I know the High Priestess in traditional tarot has a kind of sense of the subconscious, the underworld. But I've mentioned this before, when I see the High Priestess, I always think of Pisces. And it's partly because Pisceans can be very intuitive. And this being on this card just looks like a powerhouse of intuition. And also even the word priestess just looks like Pisces for me. So it's a bit of when you juxtapose those letters, it just looks like Pisces, but that's just the vibe I get from it. And it's not me making it up. It's my intuition really draws out a Piscean energy from this card very often, on a regular basis when I see it. And I am feeling that there's a Pisces in the midst with you, Cancer. So this could be in relation to a project that you're doing, or like I said, maybe a person that's in your life, and maybe there's a connection there. So they're not going to give me too much on that. They're just kind of breadcrumbing me and breadcrumbing you in regards to just giving you little hints as to certain influences, in this case Piscean influence, that are in your surroundings. And what they're saying is, don't fear this energy because it comes with open arms. That's all they're saying. Okay, so I'm going to move straight onto the Two of Wands, visionary. Now this is very, 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 very literal to some degree, because this person is holding a globe and kind of looking out to the world. So there's a sense of being a visionary is what I'm picking up from this card. And what they're saying is that a lot of you are, like I mentioned about projects, a lot of you are trying to envision what it is you want to do in this life, and you've got big dreams, big plans, and Spirit are really, they're clapping now. They're saying, really, 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 just imagine, focus. They're not saying to try and, draw things in with spells and manifestation potions and all that stuff. They're really not saying that. You can do that if you want to, that's your choice. But what they're saying is, they're really focusing on your vision, because many of you are very, just like the Pisces in the middle, the Piscean card, the high Priestess, which I call the Piscean card. There's a lot of kind of foresight that you're having, a lot of, you can call it downloads, but vision of the future, big ideas that you think, can I do this? Will I do this? Is this just my imagination? They're saying a lot of it isn't your imagination, Cancerians, and Pisceans actually, and a little bit of the Scorpio. I guess it's the water thing at the moment, including Virgo. Actually, there's a lot of visions for, I'm just picking up, this could also, Don't. When I say something like this, I don't mean only for these signs, but specifically at the moment, Spirit are just choosing to share this, that Cancerians, especially Pisces, especially a little bit of Scorpio and a little bit of Virgoans are having a lot of foresight, this kind of visionary uh foresight, yeah, to see. They're really able to see what's coming, basically, and things that they'll be involved in the future. And it's just a glimpse, it's a glimpse into the future. That's what it is, and they're just saying, so you don't have to grasp it and hold on to it and bottle it just in case it goes away. No, what's now, this may sound controversial, but what's meant to be with you can't get away from you. I'm just going to say that. All right. Yeah, there's a bit of a divine plan playing out, let's just say, okay? And of course, use your will how you choose to use your will, but just know the divine has your back more than you know it. I'm just gonna, drop a little hint there. But anyway, let me just quickly tune in. Spirit, what else are we bringing through for Cancerians for the week beginning June 5th all the way through to June 18th, 2023. This is a fortnightly reading, remember that, for Cancer Suns. Anything else? What else do we want to bring in for the last part of this reading? Have fun. They're saying have fun. Don't be afraid. You may have some ideas and, like, let's go and do this, or let's go and do that, or let's go, I don't know, let's go bowling. Let's have a little walk by the lake or something, or by the ocean, just little things like that. Or let's play around with some food ideas, just go with it. Because at this time they're saying, Cancerians, have a bit of fun. Don't be afraid to have a bit of fun, because a lot of you I see a bit like the Nine of Swords card, for those that are familiar with tarot. But basically the Nine of Swords can be a lot of overthought and sleepless nights. You've been through a lot of that and anxiety, but they're saying now you're surfing some, some more kind of encouraging positive waves. Go with that. Enjoy it. Just making small contributions here and there. You don't have to be lavish in your spending and everything else. Just small little things here and there is what Spirit is saying. And obviously, for those of you that are super rich, go and hire the yacht and go out sailing and do your thing. All right, your jet skis and all that. If you've got the money to do that, nothing against all of that stuff, all that money. It's all part of this one beautiful universe. But if you haven't, all right, then even the smallest offerings, because love is love. It doesn't matter if you spend $1 million or if you spend $1. Love is a currency in and of itself. All right. So yeah, just remember that. All right. Anything else? Okay, Cancerians having fun. Covered that. I'm just trying to see what Spirit are saying at this moment in time. They're clapping. Why are you clapping, Spirit? They're breadcrumbing me. They're telling me they're breadcrumbing me. They're saying be patient. I'm just relaying the messages. They're saying be patient. Just like we're breadcrumbing you, you may in your life feel like you're being breadcrumbed somewhat. Okay, so certain things, what they're saying is there may be certain things in your life that are taking a bit more time than you wanted it to take. Like you might be getting little hints here and there. Just be patient is what they're saying, okay? Because you are being breadcrumbed to some degree. It's basically breadcrumbing. For those that don't know, you're just picking up the breadcrumbs as you journey forward toward the big loaf of bread at the end of the path, if you like, which is basically symbolic of something that's coming into manifestation in your world, but you're just getting hints. You're taking little stepping stones that the universe is guiding you down, or along, if you like. Yeah, hope that makes sense. What else? Anything else for Cancerians for this 2 weeks as our prime focus? Relax. Yeah, they're saying among all the fun, because you will have a bit of fun, but also relax. I'm just seeing someone just a bit like the Four of Swords, just lying down with your thoughts and just being. Yeah, lying down on a bed, on a floor, on a yoga mat, whatever, or on the beach if you can. Just chill. Yeah, that's what they're saying. All right, wrap up. They're telling me to wrap up. Tarot cards. I'm actually looking at my tarot cards right now. I mean, not the ones in front of me, my other deck. And they're just saying someone really, really wants to get into tarot. This is a very specific message. Do it. They're saying do it. There's loads of YouTube videos out there that can, kind of give you a bit of a sense of tarot, but essentially they're asking you to trust your intuition, trust your own flow when it comes to tarot. All right. They're saying stay away from traditional tarot. They're saying do your own thing. Trust your spirit because your guides will help you. Even if you can't hear them directly, don't worry, there are subtle messages that will come through. And yeah, so they're really encouraging. It's a very specific message, someone to take up tarot at this moment in time. All right. Okay, great. All right, Cancer Suns, I'm going to leave it there until we meet again or until you hear me again. Peace out. Oh, no, wait, before I go, please, yep, all the YouTube stuff. If you want to subscribe, I'll appreciate it. If you don't, I respect that too. Also, like the video if you so choose. Okay, so just hit that thumbs up and all that YouTubey stuff. But other than that, thank you. I appreciate your presence here on the channel, and I wish you all the love that you can experience. Peace.